Hello, my friends. How are ya? Hiker Dave NE here. I'm expecting this. I call it a river all the time, and someone commented it looks more like a stream, and I must agree. But I bet you it's going to look like a river today. We had a lot of rain yesterday, like 1.5 inches. And there's going to be a lot of snow melt coming down from up north. It's going to be flooding these rivers out. So, how are you? Thank you so much for coming by. I'm determined to try a different method with the marbles here. And I'm coming really close to kind of giving up on the whole thing. I just want to try another couple things. And I have a gentleman coming tomorrow. He wants to go for a hike with me. He also wants to let me use a trail cam, and I want to set it up at the little structure that the marbles keep disappearing from. I brought some more marbles with me today. I have 6 of them, and I want to try to put one in one of these other little teepee structures, because I never have. I've only used this one certain, well, I'll show you. So I've never put marbles in here. I've never put marbles in this other one here. Not for any particular reason. I think just because I just really liked, I love this structure over here. And, you know, just the way it's constructed. And this is where I can't keep marbles in this little teepee to save my life. They just won't stay. So I think what I'll do is, every time I come by here, I'm looking for the marbles on the ground. I've lost a total of 12 marbles now out here in this particular structure. Now I've spent time out here looking for them. So what I'm going to do is, oh, that's new. That just came down past couple days. We did have some nasty weather here. Pardon me. Yeah, that just came down from a tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some marbles in here tomorrow when that gentleman comes. We're going to go for a hike, but I'm going to stop here first. And I want to put the marbles in here and set up a trail cam just so I could see what animal is taking them. If they remain here, right, and they remain in that structure while the trail cam is up, that's going to tell me something anyways. If I'd love to be able to get a shot on a trail cam of a little woodland creature going in there and stealing my marbles, and 12 in total. So I wanted, and it can be just a day later. I've put marbles in there and then come out later on the next day, and they're gone. So they never last more than a day or two. So I want to set up a trail cam, point it inside that thing, so I could see exactly what's taking it. If they don't disappear, well, then I guess that I'll just have more questions. But I would, if a woodland creature is taking them, I'd love to know what it is, what kind of animal is taking them, and if I could catch that on a trail cam, that would be fantastic. That would take away a lot of the questions in my head. And I could probably be done with this marble experiment if I can find a little woodland creature sneaking in there and grabbing them. Then I'll be comfortable with, okay, now I know what's taking them. Not knowing is driving me nuts. And I do think more than likely it's probably a little woodland creature doing it. But I want to try something with this boulder up here. So if you're familiar with what I've been doing out here with the marbles, you'll know that I left 3 marbles on top of this boulder since I think it was like November of last year or something, and they never got touched. I also put up my own Birch tree X here. So I want to answer, I'm going to try something. I'm going to take this birch branch off of this rock and get rid of it. And I'm going to put 3 more marbles on top of here, out in the wide open. And any woodland creature or bird that flies overhead is going to be able to see them. Just like the last time, I left them there and they were never touched. It's just driving me crazy. Why? So let me do that now, and I'll come back and I'll show you how I arranged them. Okay, so this is how I arranged them. I used 3 white marbles. There's some colors a little bit in them, but each one is sitting inside of an acorn cap. If you can see, just so it's less likely to roll around. And this is the same type of arrangement that I used on the ones that I put there in November of last year that never moved. They just never moved. Also, these 2 sticks right here leaned up against the rock, those are new. I don't remember those when I was out here a couple days ago. I'll have to go back and look. So, we're going to see how long those sit there. Today is a Tuesday. I want to say the 13th or the 14th of April. Now, the other 3 marbles I'm going to put in a structure, a little teepee structure, other than that one. That's the one that I just consistently missing. Again, 12 marbles have gone missing from that structure. But I want to try another one. This looks like it's being worked on, this one here. It looks slightly different. I didn't have time the last time to go back and look and compare. This always fascinated me. This tree was ripped out of the ground. There's no stump around. I don't know who would do that. There's a few trees like that around here that are kind of ripped out of the ground and just sitting. You can see this one was pulled out of the ground. Something was just... I'm being circled by, I don't know if that's a hawk. You probably can't even see it, so never mind. So I'm going to pick which one of these I want to put these other marbles in. This smaller, shorter one, there's one here. And then one here. This one's a bit bigger, but it's also kind of wide open. You can see into it really well. So this one's got a little bit more cover. I think maybe I'll use that one. Got the old fake fire pit here. There's rocks arranged in a fire pit and some birch branches here that there's never been a fire in it. It just kind of looks like it. So I think I'm going to put some marbles. I'll place them in here somewhere, I guess, and we'll see what we see. So let me set that up. Okay, now, seeing that there is a little bit of a trail that runs next to this stream, and it's a marked trail, see it right here, but it stops right there by the flag and crosses over. So there aren't marked trails out here, but this particular structure is right next to the water, and it's also, people could walk by this thing, so I kind of hid them in the back, just so if you were to, a person was to find them, you would have to come behind here, and I'll show you what I set up here. It was a little tough getting in here, actually, but there are my 3 marbles right there. One there, right there. They're all the same color, orange and clear. So I'm interested to see how long those last. Compared to the ones in the smaller little 3-foot teepee. I wanted to put 3 more in here, but it's so wide open that somebody walking by might see the marbles, and I don't know, maybe for another day. Like I said, I'm coming to the end of this experiment because I'm getting frustrated a little bit. I probably shouldn't be. It's just really frustrating a little bit to have so many marbles go missing in one spot and not on top of that rock. I can't understand that. I just don't get it. It could be because little woodland creatures don't climb up on top of the rock, so they wouldn't see it. But let's see what we see. This is my second experiment with marbles on the boulder. And this would be my, I didn't put any marbles in here today. I'm going to do that tomorrow, because then I want to set up a trail cam right on it. I'm not messing around here, guys. That's it. Like Dave's getting serious. Starting to get frustrated. This not working thing is killing me, guys, as far as my routine. I had a routine, and I've had that routine for years and years, and I'm starting to stay up late at night and waking up at 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:30. Heck, who cares? I can wake up whenever I want to. It's driving me nuts. And this quarantine's got me all jacked up. I'm used to getting up at 3:30 in the morning, and that's not an exaggeration. I get up at 3:30 in the morning, and I drive into Boston. I'm like an hour and a half early for work every day, and I don't mind. I just kind of sit back. I'll take a nap, or I'll read the paper, or drink my coffee, and then I'm exhausted by 9 o'clock at night. I'm lights out. Now with this not working for a month, nobody's gotten any stimulus check. I couldn't even get the unemployment going. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with that. These are crazy, crazy times. I would suggest, if you have any cash reserves, hold on to them. Gold and silver. Our economy is in serious trouble, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I think a lot of you guys that are outdoorsmen, maybe some of you are even preppers. I happen to be somewhat of a prepper myself, and I've always prepared for an emergency. And if you don't have some stuff put away, I would strongly suggest kind of stock up on some canned goods and stuff like that. I'm not predicting anything. I don't know anything about anything. But I do know it's a comfort knowing that I've got some backup food supply. My water supply is right next to me. A way to filter it, stuff like that. I have all that stuff taken care of. You know what I mean? Beans, bullets, and Band-Aids, right? Anyways, well, we'll be back. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'll let you know how this goes out here, and we'll see what we see. Again, little frustration with that little teepee structure. I gotta find out what's taking these marbles. That way I can just let it go and move on, and then I can move on to my next adventure, right? Anyways, thank you guys so much for clicking. I really do appreciate it. I'll have some more hiking videos coming up. I mentioned too, my last video, I know it's boring out here. I keep going to the same spot. I got a lot of comments, people saying, no worries, Dave. We love it. We love it wherever you're hiking anyways. And I really, really appreciate that. And yeah, thank you for coming by, guys. And I'll definitely see you guys on the next one.